Should have tried some tape.
Oh, for your hand?
Yeah.
I've got YouTube Live. If you're on YouTube, hang tight just a few. We're still getting Instagram and Zoom going, so give us just 1 minute here.
This one.
That one? Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we're live on all platforms. Jared's back for more. Jared, how are we doing today?
Good job, Jared, for sticking in there.
We got a good one for you today, Jared. Ella's on there. Ella, how are you doing?
Hi, Ella.
Monica's on there. Jen, is that Officer Mike on YouTube? Oh, we got a good one for you today, Officer Mike.
Oh.
I think that's who that is. So.
You know in that horror movie where the kids enter the house and the house starts talking and it goes, "Get out!" And the kids are like, "Oh, this is great! What an awesome house!" And you're like, "Get out!" And you're like screaming at the kids and you're like, "Why don't they just leave? It's obviously haunted." This is your time, Mikey.
I don't know where she was going with that at all. Mira's doing her workout today in her shiny Birkenstocks and oversized comfy sweatshirts.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, I need a drink.
Mira's going to go ahead and get a drink before we get started.
You can start.
Oh, we're going to let the anticipation build, especially if it's Mike's first day on YouTube. Mike, you picked a good one for your first YouTube one today. One of my favorite sessions. One of my favorite to watch you do in class, actually, Mike.
All right. Now I'm back.
Now she's back. Water break already.
Yes.
It's like you own the place or something. All right, I'll run through a quick warm-up, and then we've got a fun one on the agenda for today. Let's start with some shoulder rolls. Try to make the motion as big as you can. All right, if you haven't traded directions, trade directions. All right, arms out. We'll do some elbow circles. Trade directions. Good. Interlace the fingers. I like to put my elbows together as well for this one. We'll do some wrist circles. And trade directions. If anybody has been an MMA fan for a long time, probably remember in the early 2000s, there was a fighter in the Japanese organization Pride Fight. His name was Vanderlei Silva. His nickname, because all fighters have a nickname, his nickname was the Axe Murderer, and he pretty much looked like it. And he would stare his opponent down and do this from across the ring. He was this like just steroided out dude with like barbed wire tattoo on his head. He earned the nickname, that's for sure. So. Yeah, it's kind of your fun anecdote for today. If you've got nothing else going on after the kettlebell workout, go on YouTube since you're already on there and go look up some Vanderlei Silva videos for pride fighting. All right, hands on hips, hip circles. All right, trade directions. Hips are tight today. All right. My hips are tight every day. All right, feet and knees together. Do some knee circles. Trade directions. Okay, stand a little bit apart, handstand the knees, circles one direction. Trade directions. Okay, go and give that a little shake out there. Okay, let's do a little bit of neck stuff as well, so just chin to chest. I like to add a little curl with mine, and then back up. All right, side to side. All right, good. Go and shake that off. And we'll just do a couple quick shoulder stretches. I think Mira did these in yesterday's session as well. And I'll face the camera if Mira wants to go kind of perpendicular to the camera. And they're sort of like a downward dog type of stretch. So we're going to have hands probably a little bit wider than shoulder width. And your fingers are pointed mostly straight ahead. We're going to try to make your back stay flat. Your butt goes real high in the air. And keep your back as flat as you can, meaning most of you are going to have to do what I do, which is bend my knees a lot when I do this. I'm trying to push my hands into the floor to help push my tail up to the sky. I can just go back and forth a little bit. That should be good for those ones. Okay. And then let's just do a quick little warm up as well here. We'll just start with 10 air squats at kind of a slowish speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, let's go 10 push-ups. All right. And then Mira and I will do, I don't know, already breathing hard. One of those things. End of a long week. Mira and I are going to trade off and do just some I go, you go. I'll go first, and then you'll go at the same time as Mira. We're just going to use our kettlebell for some single-handed swing resets. I'll try to face right at the camera, more or less, and Mira might go a little bit of a sideways angle. Swing resets generally are fairly simple. I do like including them in the warm-ups as a good reminder for our bodies that at all times in the motion, I want my shoulder to be nice and in line with my collarbones. I don't want to let my shoulder get pulled out in front. Generally trying to stay as square as is realistic. And so that's going to be what you're kind of trying to think about right now too. So don't just go through the motions. Be pretty tuned in to not letting the kettlebell pull you out forwards too much. So I'm going to do 5 resets on the left, then Mira will match and you'll go at the same time. All right, you and Mira go at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'll go right side. I'm going to match with Mira.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, you match your mirror, right side. Up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so now let's do the same thing, last little bit of the warm-up here, except I'm going to do 5 consecutive one-handed swings on the left, and then you'll go as mirror goes. So same idea, it's just not a reset, but we still want to be keyed in to not letting our shoulder get yanked out and let us get off balance here. All right, so I'll go 5 on the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, you go 5 left with mirror. 2, 3, 4. All right, 5 on the right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, 5 on the right feet. 4, 7. All right. All right, guys. Good work. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Next
Kidding. Mike's on YouTube. We got to give him a good one today.
time.
Alexis is on YouTube. Alexis, how we doing? All right. Agenda for today. We're going to be doing. I have no idea what's going on. What did you guys send Mira for her birthday? She like sent her some crazy pills or something. Agenda for today. Mike, you might want to sit down. Agenda for today, we've got a lot of snatches on the agenda. As most of you know, they're one of my favorite exercises. And they're a love-hate relationship. They're fun and, as you know, pretty difficult. And we've got some components of the session today that will be not too bad, and then some parts that will probably be fairly hard. It does lend itself well, and I want to let you guys have a second to get prepared if you have more than one bell, but they're not all in your immediate area. Today's session will lend itself well to potentially starting the session with a bell that is maybe like a challenging, like tough weight for you, and then keep one that might be a little bit lighter for snatches in the general area for maybe the back half of the workout or some of the more difficult sets that we're going to do. So I've got a couple set out now. I'll try to do some of the sets with one, some of the sets with the other one, so you guys can see what that looks like. And then remember, an alternative, because we have all sorts of levels watching this. We've got some people that have trained with us for a long, long time, and we have some people that just bought a kettlebell because of COVID-19 and they've never actually had formal instruction with it and they're trying to be self-taught. Remember that if you don't know how to snatch or you're not comfortable with it or it gets to be too much, one-handed swings are going to be the next best alternative for you.
Yes.
Mira's going to probably be demoing some of those today.
Because I still am nursing my boo-boo from earlier this week.
Yeah, so you do what you need to do. Again, it's not going to necessarily be an easy snatch workout. There'll be some sets that'll be easy, there's some that'll be hard, but use good judgment. If you need to cut your reps short or if you need to switch to one-handed swings or something like that, then go ahead and do that because we do want you guys to avoid callus tears and hand issues and stuff like that. So
Yes.
use your judgment, either cut the reps in half from what we say it's going to be, switch to one-handed swings, or just terminate the set the day early if that's what you need to do. But stay on the chat and cheer everyone else on.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Right.
Alexis already left, though.
Bye,
She
Alexis. Okay. All right. So we'll keep that same agenda that we did for the warm-up. So I'm going to go first. You'll watch me, and then you'll match and repeat what I did at the same time Mira goes. Again, expect that Mira's going to be doing a lot of one-handed swings. But if you're comfortable snatching, you go ahead and snatch for it. Okay? And then lastly, before we get started, the rest breaks are Some of the rest breaks are going to be longer than you might be used to. Some might be quicker than you're used to. So try to just start at the same kind of rhythm that I do when I get started. Timer should already be set up. I'm just going to give a little chalk here. Officer Mike, do you even have any chalk left, or have you gone through all of your supply? Did you have a backup batch ready to go? All right, that's set for 90.
Yeah.
All right, so first set, we're going to go left hand for 8 snatches. So I'll do left hand, and then I'll stop, and you'll go at the same moment as Mira.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, your turn for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
So weird snatching this.
All
I'm snatching a 12, by the way, today. My usual snatch test weight is an 18, but sometimes you need to bell down, and that's cool.
About 30 seconds, and then we're going to match that 8 on the right-hand side.
No pride here, no pride.
And like I said, today is a good workout. I will tell you when we're halfway done, but if you want to try a tough weight for the first half and then have a lighter weight for the back half, that's fine. Or switch to one-handed swings for the back half or something like that. All right, righty coming up in about 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, guys. 8 on the right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, break for about 45 seconds before we go again. Alexis wants to know when we're more than halfway done. Not yet, Alexis. Not yet. All right, 20 seconds. We're back at left hand. There's going to be 10 reps for this set. 10 reps. All right.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, your turn.
All right, guys, 10 on the left.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Woo.
All right. Match that, of course, on the right side for next set, which will start in about 30 seconds.
For Tony.
For me,
A little bit longer for us.
Mira will entertain you with dance moves during the rest break.
Yeah, I gotta come up with some new ones. I already did the running man. I did my little monkey. I did the robot. Yeah, I have to work on some other ones. Those are all the ones I used to do back in the 80s.
All right, so we got 10 on the right coming up.
Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hip tips, guys. Come
Here
on.
we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Whew.
All right, about 35 seconds. We're back to lefty, and the reps return to 8 like we started with. Alexis, still not halfway there.
Yeah. Sadly enough.
Sadly enough. All right. 8 on the left, we're starting 10 seconds.
We'll start in like 20 seconds. You can count for Tony then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, your
All
turn.
right, guys, let's go. 8 on the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, breaks about 45. And we'll match on the right.
Whew.
Between sets, I would open your hands, plural, look at them, double check that you're not forming, say, like a blood blister or
If
something
they look like
that you might not feel.
That or that. That's not good. That or that. That.
20 seconds. 8 on the right coming up.
No pride in maturing blisters. They'll set you back for like a week. Let's go, Tony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right, guys, 8. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
Whew.
all right. Next we got the fun sets. So
Rest?
not quite yet. So next round is going to be 15.
Oh,
15. Get a little more chalk. Again, I like taking a little chalk and actually doing the handle of the kettlebell. I like to do that.
I think last time I over chalked actually, which is why my bell got really like sticky.
You hear that, Mike? Over chalked.
Over chalked.
All right, lefty for 15.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna over chalk this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! You gotta use your hips, guys. Ready? Woo.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, I've only got a few seconds, and we'll go right side here.
Woo.
Gotta be fluid. Gotta be fluid.
Let's go, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice job. Let's go, guys. Come on, 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, good work, everybody.
Yeah.
So
Good job, guys.
now we're going to have about 3 minutes break. Now you're halfway,
Now you get some water.
Alexis. And then we're going to run it all back again. So again, if anybody finished that first half with like a challenge weight, or you just want to drop it down to another one, after our 3-minute break would be a good time to go ahead and switch. So I used, the red one was a 32 kilo for the first one. I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to a 24 for the back half here. If you want to do something similar like that, then go ahead and make your switch. Or if you're going to switch to one-handed swings, that's fine too.
Cool thing about going lighter is that you can really work on your technique because you have a lot of extra bandwidth. Because, like for me, if I was doing this with my snatch weight, I would just be surviving, to be honest with you. So, I'd obviously be focused on using my hips a lot just to get elevation on the bell. But it would be more survival mode. But because I'm using a 12 instead of an 18, I have a lot of extra bandwidth to think about keeping it close and then also taking my time with it and pausing at the top, right? Because the snatch should be
Oh, your lockout.
it should be vertical in terms of force versus horizontal. So really thinking about keeping it close and punching up towards the top and rooting my feet into the ground a little bit more. And then also it allows me to breathe really, really, really effectively. Versus when I normally do it, I'm like, and it's super ineffective. There's definitely times where heavier weight's good, times where lighter weight is good. You just got to kind of, maximize the opportunity, essentially.
I got a good crew on here.
Yeah? How many?
I don't know. Does it say how many people?
Right next to the top button that says live.
Oh, well, I think that's wrong. It says only 2, but there's like a gajillion people on there.
This is the number of people on now.
Oh.
1, 2.
We already scared everybody away.
We already scared everybody away. People on Instagram left.
All right, so we've got about 45 seconds, and then we're going to go start it all over again. Remember, it starts with left hand for 8.
Shem and Monica are the two
few in the crowd.
lone, proud soldiers. Remember that when you're nominating people for Beast Mode. Shem and Monica. Everybody else from YouTube left.
From Instagram. YouTube.
I mean, Instagram.
YouTube, I think, is still going strong.
Yes. Good job, you guys.
All right. Just a few seconds, and then left hand for 8 on this first set.
Whew. And if you hadn't noticed, we're going to do the whole series over again. So you know what to expect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right,
I feel
guys.
so weird after the 30
8
seconds.
on the left.
Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. All right, 50 seconds, and we'll match that 8 on the right. That felt so weird, dropping that big of a drop down.
Oh, yeah. I know. You like overpower it and you're like,
Yeah.
"Goo!"
It was funny, I was more worried about the 24 flying out of my hand than I was the 32.
Yeah.
So I felt like my hips were just going to go more power than my grip could hold.
We'll have to give Coach Ella a hard time because she was on in the sun and now she's not.
Maybe her Wi-Fi broke.
Likely story.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to throw you under the bus.
10 seconds. Righty for 8. Righty for 8.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, your
All
turn.
right, guys, 8. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1, 7, and
About 40 seconds.
it'll be lefty for 10 next.
Lefty for 10.
You're going to take advantage of sweat towel. Make sure your hands, and I would even say your forearms stay dry. I know sometimes if you're sweating a lot, it'll trickle from the forearm down onto the kettlebell and start to get pretty slippery. 20 seconds.
You get some of those football like, what do you call them, bicep bands? Those little, you know what I'm talking about, right? The football players wear, like up here. Coach Adam would know.
All right, lefty for 10 coming up
Things
here.
to keep their hands dry. 1, 2, we're doing 10 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Whew.
All right, looking good, guys. About 40 seconds, and then we'll hit our 10 on the right. Alexis, you owning the lockout so far?
She always owns a lockout.
Debatable. 15 seconds. All right, 10 on the right coming up.
It's all downhill from here, guys. Come on.
All right, back.
2, meaning we're over halfway. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go, guys. 10.
All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, about 45 seconds.
For researching purposes, I get to do this bell next year forever.
Oh, I don't think you have to research it.
I know.
30 seconds, and then we'll have 8 on the left again.
Home stretch. How you guys doing? You doing okay?
All right, 8 on the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice that brief pause at the top.
Fixation.
Come on.
Complete cessation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Whew, it's a good thing I used 12 today.
Yeah. All right, we got righty also for 8 coming up in about 40 seconds.
Whew. Good thing to do if you're getting kind of that forearm pump is to put your hands above your head and shake things out. That'll help the blood, that lactic acid kind of flow downwards.
It'll also give you a good imaginary vision of the dawn being here,
Yes,
which always pumps you up to get your last few snatches in.
yes.
All right, 8 on the right.
The Don is like 67 or 68 and kills it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice.
All right, 8 on the right.
Let's go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Whew.
Home stretch here. One more set of
Best to
15.
last.
One more set of 15 each side. See, now I say we're at the home stretch.
And again, if you're dying or you feel like you're getting hot, just switch to one-hand swings, right?
Or even two-handed swings
Yeah.
if you need to.
Because with swings,
Unless you've got the top end chalk, then in which case you should probably take advantage of that primo chalk and get them all.
with a swing, you can hold it here, what I like to call my claw, right? Whereas in a snatch at the top, it's going to sit pretty deep in your palm, and you've got to kind of flick it.
All right,
So
15.
if you're tired, you're going to over grip it. So just switch to swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Nice and steady. 4, 5. All right, guys. Let's go.
15.
15. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Whew.
All right, last set coming up right here, righty for 15. Sorry, also in about 15 seconds.
Last set, guys.
Remember, focus on the rep you're doing now. Don't worry about rep 15 when you're in the middle of rep 2.
Remember to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Vicky. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try 10. Let's go. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, your turn. Strong finish.
Let's go, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Woo.
Awesome. All right, catch your breath.
Let's try, guys.
That's it for the snatches, mercifully. And then after you catch your breath, we'll do a quick stretch before we get class dismissed today.
Woo.
Oh, about 1 more minute.
You're doing the bells?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wait, there's more.
All right, so let's get in a quick little stretch here. Amir and I can just be side by side. And again, forearms get a lot of work with kettlebells in general, but I think snatches more than most other exercises. So we'll just stretch the wrists and forearms a little bit. Same stretch we do a lot. So we'll go hands and knees, and we're going to take our left hand. We're going to turn our fingers back behind us to whatever degree they can go. Mine aren't going very far. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, wow. There we go. Elbow should lock. Man, good thing we're doing this. I need it right now. It's laughable how tight my forearms get with these. like Mira needs one more thing to laugh at me about.
Your lack of mobility is. Everyone's got to have a area to improve upon.
Yeah, I got a lot. All right, shake that off. All right, right side, turn that back. Oh. And as much as you can, let the fingers spread pretty wide. I know it's easier said than done. Anybody else out there feel like their tendons are about to pop off the bone right now when they do this? Is that just me? Not Mira. She's like, I didn't feel anything. Ease off of that one. And we'll just repeat that warm up that we did. So interlace the fingers, forearms together. Just do some wrist circles. Other way. Shake those out. And then go ahead and just grab your fingertips and pull the fingertips back. Just a few pulses, maybe about 5 to 10 pulses. Fingertips. All right, switch your thumb. Careful with this one. Just a few pulses back with the thumb. All right, shake that. Switch sides, fingertips. Elbows pretty straight. Just pull those fingers backward, about 5 to 10 pulses. All right, switch your thumb, pull the thumb back. All right, I think that should be pretty good. Whew. Anybody else got a good sweat today? All right, thank you everybody for tuning in. Remember, yes. We've got a few announcements for you. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be our lighter day. We'll still have a short workout, but not too hard of one.
We'll recharge.
And then mobility and more time spent for some stretching. If you've got any requests on some stretching drills, get those requests into us before class tomorrow, and we'll see if we can incorporate a couple of those.
Or just like, areas of the body that you want to work on.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Yeah. And then Beast Mode will be Thursday of next week. So if you have Beast Mode nominations, DM the Instagram handle on who you think you want to nominate for Beast Mode, and then just a little bit about why or what they did or whatever. As well as Least Mode. I know we've got at least one person who's been gunning to get up on the Least Mode board. So get those in. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, we've got some good weather, it looks like, this weekend. So, be safe, enjoy some deck time or backyard time, whatever you've got. And we'll see you tomorrow for Recharge Day.
And thank you again for joining us as we continue through this new normal.
All right, guys.
All right.
Strong on 3. 1, 2, 3. Strong.
Strong.
Good job, guys.
Nice job, you guys. Thank you for joining. Yeah, 20.